Just gonna quickly go over a loss and a win that I took today, and just so you guys can learn from it. So just to get straight into it, we can stay on the 50-minute, but we can clearly see that we're bearish. So got this high, it's made a low, lower high, lower low. So with that being said, what I was looking at was we had this, actually let me go to the 30-minute. We had this 30-minute demand zone, and I know what people are thinking. They're thinking, why are you gonna buy at this low? But for me, I just wanted to see if we were gonna have a reaction. And if we look at today's price action, we can see we did tap into it, which I'm literally gonna go over now. So once price tapped into it on the 30-minute, and we see we had, where's it going? We had this type of rejection here. What I wanted to see was, okay, now on the lower time frame, this is the last high that made the low. We had this trendline liquidity grab, and it's basically the last high that made the low. So I just drew this box here just to see what price was gonna do. So we can see coming out of Asia session, price pushed up, didn't fully tap into the zone, came back down. We had this minor liquidity grab, equal low spat down, push up, came back down to mitigate the zone, and then exploded up, breaking this last high that made the low. So all that got me thinking, okay, cool. So I can say that this supply zone is invalid now, so we can move that away. Now what I liked and why my bias was bullish was when price obviously came high, came back down, we had this 5-minute demand zone, price mitigates it and then explodes and pushes up with a lot of aggressive selling in that area. So straight away, I'm thinking to myself, perfect. If price can come back into this zone, I'll look for a trade. And obviously that's what happened for the second trade, but this first one I'm about to go over is where I was a bit impatient. So when price pushed up, came back down, and then it barely pushed up, it had this wick and didn't even close above this high, I said, okay, we got this 5-minute demand zone. So I said, okay, maybe price doesn't want to fully come back down into this area. So my confirmation to get into this trade was when I saw this kind of wick rejection here, I said if price can close above it, I'll get into the trade. Price obviously closed above it, and whilst I was in the trade, we could see lots of wick rejections to the upside, meaning for me that most likely price isn't going to continue and it's obviously rejecting something. So when price ended up pushing down and taking my stop loss out, I said, okay, fine. This was the main area I wanted to get into anyway. So rule number one for this is like, stick to your trading plan. If this is a zone you're trying to look to buy, there is no need to rush in and get FOMO to try and get into a buy here, because that's literally what I did. So coming back into the second trade, this yellow line also was the 5-minute order block, and then the whole big box is the 50-minute. So when price came into it, and also if you notice, if you see like a wick rejection like this, a lot of people get FOMO again, because imagine seeing this wick rejection, a price pulls all the way back. A lot of people think, oh, price is about to explode up now. People will be looking to like buy around this area. And obviously it's the same thing. It's like you just got to be patient in the market and just wait for price to fully come into your zone, as long as you've drawn it properly. And that's basically what I did. So when price wicked this zone here, it was a bit of an indecision because we wicked up as well and price closed in the middle. But after seeing that, I said if price can close above this high, I'll get into the trade. Price closed above the high, and then you can see we exploded up. And also another thing, you have to look both ways. See how we had this 5-minute order block here? Notice how price came into it and had a massive rejection, and then price pushed all the way back down. So a lot of people would panic and be like, why is price potentially looking like it's going to reverse? But for me, because I've seen how bullish we've been from here to here to here, and price is mitigating every single demand zone, I was confident price was just going to push up. But it's interesting to see how price reacted at this zone and had a bit of a retracement back down. So another thing as well, which is interesting, look at this imbalance. This was a target of mine as well. When I looked on the higher time frame and saw this imbalance, I thought to myself, with buyers in control here, most likely that's why I had my TP here in the middle of the imbalance. So I said my final TP here. So if price was going to continue to push up, most likely it's going to want to fill this and then potentially Asia high, which eventually it did, but I never held the trade that long enough. And my trade, I closed it out at a 1 to 3. So yeah, I hope this helps someone today, but that's basically how I lost my first trade and then managed to win my second trade.